If feedback is indeed a gift, then when it comes to music feedback, some people have a pretty warped idea of what I want to receive as a gift. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of folks who are going to give you positive and constructive feedback about your music, but for some reason there is a certain percentage that want to find a way to crush your spirit, your hopes and your dreams just with some nasty, damaging feedback. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at the 5 common types of destructive feedback. If you're giving this feedback, why you shouldn't, and if you're receiving this feedback, why you should be ignoring it and listening to others who are giving you constructive feedback. Let's go. Dude, do you know how hard it is to make it in the music industry? I mean, like, you've got to be number one. You've got to be so good. I don't know why you're wasting your time. You should just do something else. You're never going to make it. So who knows this guy who's had that conversation? Now, the first thing to keep in mind if you're giving that feedback is maybe check in with the person you're giving it to find out if they want to make it, because people do music for a number of different reasons, and a lot of people are not out to be the next rock star or pop star. They want to make music for them. If you're receiving this feedback, think about the person that's giving it to you. Think about, are they a positive person generally or more of a negative person? And yeah, I think I know where I'm going with this. There's a lot of people that just want to be negative and pessimistic about everything. And yes, the likelihood of any of us making it big is low. But keep in mind, why are we doing this? Why are you making music? And don't take the advice of someone that wants to crush your dreams and tell you not to try, because the only way to get better is to keep trying. What are you wasting your time with that guitar for, bro? Don't you know that the only real music is trap beat, EDM, trance, techno, rock pop? You got to get with the program and make some real beats. It's wonderful that you're up to date with all the latest types of music and what is popular, but you know what? Why don't you let people make the sort of music that they want to make? It doesn't have to be judged by what is deemed popular and what you think is popular. And if you're receiving this feedback, again, who are you making your music for? You're making it for that guy? You're making it for yourself, your friends, your family, and the people that like the genre that you're into. Play your guitar. Play your guitar. Oh, that's a nice try with your virtual instruments and your MIDI and your loops that you've done there, but when you're ready to use some real big boy stuff, come over to the real studio where we hang out and we record on 64 channel tape deck with 14 bus mixers. Come on, man, get real. So we live in the future, there's no denying that. That is just a frickin' fact. And people that want to tell you that you can't create music on your phone or on your iPad or on your laptop, well, they are living in the past. And I have heard tracks made on someone's phone that are way better than a professionally produced studio track, because they have heart, they have soul, and they're just a good frickin' song. So don't be told by anyone that's trapped in the past that you can't create your music any way you want to. And if you're giving this feedback, I'm really sorry. You probably worked in the music industry when all of that was true and you couldn't record any other way. But these days you really can. And I'm sorry that your business model is no longer what it was, and you're probably not making the sweet, sweet coin that you were once upon a time. But just leave us folks alone who want to create our own music in our own way. So what was your compression ratio settings? Did you use acoustic treatment in your room? What sort of studio monitors are you rocking, man? Hey, have you checked out the latest Steinberg 14000X? You got to get yourself some gear, bro. So have you received that sort of feedback from the sort of person that seems to talk about their studio and their gear a lot, but you've never actually heard any of their music recorded? Well, there are folks out there that know their gear inside out, or at least they know how to use it and will tell you that they know how to use it. But unless you're hearing them create music with it, is it really relevant to give you that feedback? And now if you are giving this feedback, hey, I'm all for gear, gear is cool, tell people what you like to use. But horses for courses, everyone can use what works for them, give advice, but don't tell people that they need to have the best of everything, because you know what, the Beatles recorded on a 4-track tape machine, for goodness sake. Anyone can make good music with anything. So actually that vocal, where you pitched it there in the 4th phrase, that was slightly flat, and your piano lacked the right sort of swing feel for me. And you know your guitar, your G string was slightly out of tune. Yeah, and I wasn't really feeling that drum beat. I don't think it really fits with the rest of the song. Yeah, I think you've got quite a bit of work to do. So our friend the Nit Picker there will tell you everything that's wrong about your song, but not give you any sort of positive reinforcement. And if you receive this sort of feedback, you have to ask the question, are they happy with their music? Are they spending all their time finding faults in other people's music? So, and if you're giving this feedback, you know what? The feedback sandwich is not actually a bad approach. If you've got something constructive to say, if someone's singing is off key and is sounding flat in places, tell them what you like about the track too. Tell them what you think is good, and then tell them what they can work on to make it better. And everyone will be happy. So to summarise, if you are giving this sort of feedback, maybe think about the impact you're having and the intention of your feedback. And if you're receiving this sort of feedback, maybe think about the source, where it's coming from, and don't be disheartened, because you have the ability to create music to get better, and the only way to do it is to keep trying. And if you don't make it in the music industry, there are always other ways. See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching, and there's more to watch in the boxes below. I've got a question for you today. What is the most destructive feedback you've ever received about your music? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.